Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I am Courtney. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody. It's been a while. I haven't done a podcast in a bit. I don't know. I've been sidetracked. I've had some other things, and so I just haven't been on podcast mode. Hello. I hope that you guys are still tuned in. I think I lost you guys. I think I got maybe a little too angry for some of you. Maybe I got a little too crazy for some of you. I don't know. But to those of you who are still here, still holding it out and sticking with me, thank you. And to anybody new, welcome. Welcome. Everybody is welcome here. Doesn't matter what your political affiliation is, your gender, what you identify with, your religion, all of that. I go by character, content of character. And plus, it doesn't matter what I think of you, right? It doesn't matter. You can tune in whether I want you to or not. Called freedom, right? But I sure hope that you're tuning in, and I sure hope that you like what I have to say. If you have any comments, you can always email me at ramblingsofaниnsomniac49 That's ramblingsofaниnsomniac49 like 49 @gmail.com. And you can tell me what you think. So, hello. What are you guys thinking of all of the love for America and all of the unity? I am absolutely loving. I'm obsessed like everybody seems to be, with watching reaction videos of people from other countries, not just Europe, just people from everywhere coming all over the place to hang out for the World Cup and getting a little taste of what America is like. And I'm loving so much that people are like, hey, we've been lied to. Our media has lied to us. We have been fed absolute baloney. It's been BS that has been crammed down our throat. The things they have said about America, big fat lies. Now, are we perfect? Hell no. Do I always say that no one and nothing is perfect? Hell yes. I don't believe America's perfect. I don't believe we aren't without our faults. Of course, we have some things that we could fix. Just like I always say, do I think Trump is perfect? No, because again, I don't think anybody is perfect. And that includes Trump, Republicans, and all the things that I like. I'm not perfect. I certainly don't say and do the right things all the time. I have inserted my foot in my mouth a lot. So, I love, though, that people are admitting that, hey, I'm sorry, our bad. And then people are uniting over it. There's people from all different countries, all backgrounds, getting together and just having a good time. Talk about unity. Talk about diversity. America right now has diversity overflowing. We have diversity coming out every orifice. Everybody is out having a good time and celebrating and being rejoiceful, except there are still some people out there. There's still people out there going, meh, I'm going to be cranky. I'm going to seek out the negative. I'm going to look for the bad, and I'm going to spread my negativity around the land. I have to be a mood killer. I have to be a dream crusher. I've got to spread the negativity because, God forbid, we ask for diversity. We preach diversity. We want diversity. We say diversity, unity. And now we're experiencing it. We have people from all over the world, all shapes and sizes, talk about diversity. And they're still not happy. There's groups of people out there that still are miserable. There was a lady from the UK that went to a restaurant, and she was talking to the waitress about how awesome America is and how fortunate she is to live here. And the woman was like, no, America is not great. And The lady's like, really? Are you being sarcastic? Because that's weird. And it's like, why? Why would you say that? Right now, people from everywhere are talking or raving about things that we just take for granted. And that's just it. I've said this on so many of my podcasts. There's no such thing as white privilege. What there is such a thing as, though, in my opinion, this is my opinion, as American citizen privilege. If you are born and raised in America, right there, boom, right out the gate, you're privileged. You're privileged over third world countries. You are privileged over people because even the homeless can find access to drinking, to clean drinking water. Even the homeless can find access to shelters and food, food banks and stuff. Our thing is we have too much of everything. And so we're so used to getting everything we want whenever we want. And we're so used to throwing temper tantrums and being like, if I don't get my way, I'm going to scream in the middle of the street and make a social media video about it and scream and yell, and then they get their way. They stomp their feet, they throw temper tantrums, and they get their way. So if you're born in America, you're privileged. I've said this 10,000 times, and people are going to go, well, I had it hard. So did I. I had a very, very, very rough, difficult life. I've had a very difficult life, and nothing, and I mean nothing, has come easy to me. However, there are people that have had it a lot worse than I have, a lot worse, and have seen and been through far worse than I can possibly imagine. And then there's someone who has seen worse than that. And then there are other people who were born very privileged with lots of money, and things have come easy to them, and they've had things handed to them. There are people that have inherited money, but this is the thing, even when you inherit money, that doesn't mean, though, that if you take over a business, let's say your parents or whatever were very wealthy and they had a business and they left it to you in their will, and then you got to take over that business. Well, if you continue to make it run successfully, if you continue to make that business a success, then that means that you didn't necessarily, yes, you did inherit money, yes, and you were handed a successful company. So, of course, that makes you privileged, and that's okay to be privileged, by the way. There's nothing wrong with being privileged and having pride. But yes, that means that things were much easier for you because you were handed an already existing, already valuable company that makes money. But my point is, if you continue to make it a success and you don't run it into the ground and you don't bankrupt it, well, then you also get credit as well. And it means you're earning your keep as well because you're continuing to work for it. But yes, you were privileged and you got the leg up. But, why is it bad to be privileged and to be proud? I think it's bad to be privileged if you take advantage of it, if you feel that you're now entitled, if you feel that, if you're ungrateful and you're not humble, if you're disrespectful. But I think those things are not good whether you're privileged or not. I think you should be humble and respectful and kind and thankful even if you're not privileged. But again, being in America, boom, right off the bat. If you're an American citizen, you're privileged, whether you want to think so or not. And you know how I know that? You know how I know that? Because right now, all over the world, people are like, wow, you guys have it so good. People from all different countries, all different backgrounds, all different political points of view, all different colors, all different religious points of view are sitting here saying to our faces how amazing America is and how privileged we are to live here. And how we take it for granted because so many people do. Again, they're entitled. They think that they deserve things. And I've said again on many podcasts, what makes someone deserving? Isn't that an opinion? Isn't it an opinion on who deserves something? I could think someone deserves something and someone else could be like, hell no, they don't. It's an opinion on who's deserving. You can think you're deserving, and maybe a lot of people would agree. Doesn't make it a fact, though. But the fact that so many people are getting together and just having a good time and celebrating and happy, God, did we need this? We really, really needed this, and I am in love with watching it. I cannot wait until the 4th of July. I'm going to be so America. America. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be absolutely America'd out. That's a word, America'd. um, I'm going to be full on patriot. Full on rocking it. Proud, proud, proud patriot. I cannot wait. But I really wish there were these same groups of people are just like, meh, no, I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to seek out being angry. I got to find things to be pissed off about. Meh, meh. You see? It's just, come on. Have a drink. Unless you're an alcoholic, then maybe don't. Well, I just said a drink. I didn't say an alcoholic beverage. Have a massage. Go outside. I mean, right now it's 90 degrees where I am, so it's a little hot. I'm outside, though. Can you hear? Let's see. Listen to that. Does that calm you down? Nature. Let nature soothe you. Go write in your journal. I don't know, exercise, listen to some music, watch some stand-up. I've been watching prairie dog videos also, by the way. Prairie dog videos. Highly recommend them. You will laugh. It is great. They're pretty funny. But join in on the fun. Again, you want to talk about diversity. This is what people wanted, right? And now we have it, and people are still like, boo. What I love, love, love is to see people in Seattle just being full on patriotic, and people from other countries being in Seattle, being full on patriotic, because you know the people in Seattle are like, God dang it, boo. You know that they're absolutely just seething mad. You know they are just crunching that granola, just having some extra kale. They're having some extra protein shakes and some, you know, they're freaking out right now. You know they are. They absolutely cannot stand the patriotism. But of course, notice how they cleaned it up. You notice how they cleaned Seattle up for other people. Because they say that they're proud of how Seattle looks. They claim that there's nothing wrong with Seattle whatsoever. What? It's great. It's great. There's nothing wrong with Seattle. Pfft. What are people talking about? Seattle? What homeless? What drug addicts? What crime? What vandalism? What are you talking about? We don't have any of those things. We have no such thing. Yet, when they're hosting the World Cup, when people are going to call their bluff and come and see, suddenly they clean up the joint. Suddenly they feel like they need to clean it up. Why do they feel like they need to clean up something that they're claiming does not exist? I wonder that. I wonder how it is you can clean up something that they claim is not a problem and that does not exist. Then why are you cleaning it up? If you're so proud and so just in love with your city the way that it is and think that there's nothing to fix, why did you clean it up then? And interesting that you will clean it up for others, but you won't clean it up for your own people. I find that fascinating. I don't know, just an observation. But what I do love and what I want to focus on, again, is not the negative, because then I'm just being a Debbie Downer, just like some people. I want to focus on the love and the just like, we don't care who you are. Let's cross, let's just shake hands and be friends and just live life right now and live the moment and enjoy each other. Let's enjoy each other's company. Let's learn about each other's traditions. There are people that were experiencing other people's traditions, and I loved seeing that. It was so great. It's been, I think everybody has been addicted to watching these videos of people coming together and just not giving a shit where you're from and just having a good time. What an amazing time for that to happen. And shame on the people that can't focus on the good. Stop being a Debbie Downer, man. Gosh. Why? I don't get it. Regardless, again, I'm going to focus on the good. I don't want to highlight the jackasses in the world. I want to highlight the people that have been listening to my podcast. Shout out to everybody that's been hanging out with me no matter what I'm babbling about. Even if I offend you, if you're still tuning in, You are amazing. Again, I'm just getting you mentally, I'm like the Navy SEALs. I'm getting you mentally in shape, mentally tough. You'll be able to handle anything if you listen to my podcast, right? I pick on everybody. I pick on white people. I pick on Republicans. I pick on straight people. I pick on women. I pick on lots and lots of people. I pick on America. It's not just France and Canada and the UK. I pick on everybody. I'm truly an equal opportunity picker honor. Anyway, I want to keep this going. I want to keep this momentum going forward, because how amazing does it feel when everybody is just getting along, man? It's such an easy concept, and it's so hard to do sometimes. I understand that it can be hard to do when you have extreme differences and you just feel like you cannot find a common ground. But then soccer comes along. I got to tell you, I never watch soccer. I really don't. It's nothing against people that play it. I have nothing against it. It's just I personally haven't really watched it much to know, to know much about it. There aren't really a lot of sport. I don't really watch a lot of TV, and if I do, it's reruns that's just kind of on in the background for sound. So it's nothing against soccer, by the way. I know there's a lot of people that are football, whatever we're going to call it, football, soccer, depending on where you're from. But I'm loving it. It makes me want to watch soccer. It makes me want to learn about soccer, because I'm like, this is pretty effing rad. This is amazing. I want to keep it going. I don't want it to end. It bums me out if this ends. I mean, obviously it's going to end, as in people are going to go back to where they're from, but I wish we could do like an exchange program. I wish we could permanently exchange all the people that are here right now from different countries that love America, that don't want to leave. I wish we could keep them, and then they could give their ticket to all of these American citizens that hate America and that constantly say they can't stand America, they want to leave, they want to move, America is horrible. I wish they could swap, like the show Wife Swap. We could do a swap only permanently. We can do exchange students only permanently. They could just hand over their ticket and be like, all right, this is where I live, so you can go to my house and I'll go to wherever you live, and they'll just switch houses. That'd be amazing. And then, you know what? I know they would be illegal immigrants, but right now, I want them, because the American citizens that live here and keep hating on America, I'm just so tired of it. Like, what do you do for a living? How do you have so much time to hate? And what are you contributing? What are you contributing? Are you passing laws? Are you passing legislation? Are you helping illegal immigrants fill out paperwork? Are you going out and paying for the homeless to get some counseling? Are you going out and what are you doing? What laws are you passing? What are you contributing? Or are you just going around yapping? It's amazing to me. It doesn't mean you can't have an opinion just because you're not contributing. You can still hate America if you're contributing or not. That's fine. It just irritates me, because I'm like, what are you bringing to the table? Why do you think you are so special? Do you fly? Can you see into the future? Like, why are you some kind of X-Man? Why are you so special? Why do you think that your wants and your needs and your beliefs are so much more important, and everybody in the world should prioritize your wants and needs? When you claim that, like, transgender, for example, is only 1% of the population, so you want 99% of the population to completely conform to 1%? It's weird to me that it's all about you, and you forget that other people have their own beliefs. They too are very passionate about their beliefs, and they too have done their research, or maybe they have grown up being a certain religion. Maybe they have done vast research and they've came to the conclusion of whatever it is they are, because of all the research they've done. And maybe they genuinely have huge, deep feelings, and they are very, 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 They are just as passionate about their beliefs as you are. Why are you more important? Why is it all about you? I don't get that. But soccer is going to be what brings us together. That's amazing. I don't want it to end. I don't want the World Cup to end. I really don't. It's going to make me sad. We have to lose all these people that love America and then be stuck with all of these cranky, hateful, negative people that a lot of them, the majority of them, aren't doing anything. They're just taking. They're takers. They take and take and take. Mine, mine, mine. Again, I always say this. They're the seagulls from Finding Nemo. Mine, mine, mine. Take, 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 take. Don't give a shit. Their feelings. Want to talk about I. Want to talk about me. Want to talk about number one. Toby Keith. It's so crazy. But again, I don't want to give that a second thought. I want to continue on. America. Fuck yeah. I'm so America'd out. I'm going to keep saying America'd. I'm going to make it a word. I'm America'd. I'm America'd out. No, I'm just feeling so patriotic. And I love when people are like, America doesn't have culture. And I'm like, really? America doesn't have culture? After 250 years, you think that we haven't done anything? Really? Really? Because our military and the fact that NASCAR and the fact that we do those flyovers and the fact that we release that flag and we have all of the cooking from like Louisiana. I know people are like, well, that comes from this, that comes from that. But we have 250 years of people from all over. And now they're like, oh, well, part of our culture is people from other cultures. Part of our culture is diversity and people bringing their flair into America. But then you have our pop culture, and you have our NASCAR, and you have our military, and you have things like our football and how proud we are when we do the wave. And there's just so many things. Our music, there's so much music that's come from America. And there's a lot. We are rich in culture. And I just love this country. We have so much to offer. Again, are we perfect? No. But no one and nothing is. No country is. No human is. So I'm just loving. I'm loving this. I'm loving the love. We all need to love. We all need to just have fun. Can't we all just get along? Anyway, that's all I have to say. I am just absolutely loving the spirit of all of this. Shout out to everybody that is here visiting. Shout out to everybody from every country that's here visiting right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And shout out to everybody from every country that's listening to my podcast. Welcome. There's people from all over countries that I admit I had to look up. So welcome. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. If you want to check out my YouTube or my Instagram or my TikTok or my Facebook, it's at Ramblings of an Insomniac. But thank you. I genuinely appreciate all of you. I hope you're having a fantastic week. It is hot as hell today. However, thank the Lord, we're getting some rain. I'm so excited. We need it. We haven't had rain in a long time, and we need it, so I'm welcoming it. I'm doing the rain dance because today is hot. So everybody stay safe, stay grateful and humble. I appreciate you. Until next time.